Good day. This is Keon Brown in New York. Hope you're well. This is NCCU Live. We're excited to come to you tonight with a jam-packed show. We're going to forecast what's coming up on Fish Friday. We're going to talk to some amazing Eagles right now. Don't miss it. This is NCCU Live. Happy homecoming.
Happy homecoming.
What's up, people?
Hey!
So good to see you guys. I'm just trying to move this around a little bit. Let me move this here. All right. Keon Brown here in New York. You have there Bass. He's in Atlanta, Georgia. Can I even say that? Atlanta, or the outskirts of Atlanta. And Kenza from Philly. What's up? This is the Dream Team from Eagles Alumni Network. How are y'all doing tonight?
Doing awesome, Keon. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank y'all for jumping on. People don't get to see I host this thing, but there's a team, there's stuff that's happening behind the scenes, making it all happen. And this is a part of our leadership team at Eagles Alumni Network. So thank y'all for being on. Let's jump right in. What y'all want to talk about early today? What's going on? Let's start with Baz. What you want to talk about, Baz?
Well, let's get into EAN. What is EAN? EAN, we're all about truth and service, being advocates for the university, highlighting fellow alumni, and it's the most important about elevating our degree. I think that's the reason that we do NCC Live every single week, to bring you guys, fellow alumni, to elevate our degree and to show you that, our truth and service, that NCCU, we out there. We have so many different people out there, that alumni that are doing so many different great things. You hear about the other school or any other school, but we are NCCU. And, we represent ECU in a strong alumni way. Ken, let's talk about Fish Friday.
Fish Friday. Well, before we say that, I want to make sure that people understand what you said about elevating the value of your degree. Like, that is what we're doing here. So when you have NCCU alumni out in the media, out in the world like this, as experts in their field, every week consistently, that is elevating the value of your degree. When people see NCCU, they see you. So thank you for saying that. Kenza, Fish Friday is 2 days away. What can people expect from Fish Friday?
Yes, listen, happy homecoming to all of the Eagles that are tuned in right now. Fish Friday is going to be an event that you do not want to miss. You can look forward to highlights. We're honoring alumni. We have some special guests coming on. The flyer is phenomenal. We'll be on from 6 to 8 p.m. We're going to various cities, so please tune in. We want to see you cooking your fish and enjoying. And listen, shout out to the caf for all the good hot fish that we had. And don't forget the light bread, right?
Don't forget, look, Kenzie. Like I said yesterday, I said last year, I remember that fish that I had with that white bread off that truck.
Fish with the white bread.
Yeah, it's necessary.
Yeah, people are texting me like, what is this all about? Like, I'm just telling them, think morning show, think Regis and Kathy Lee, think Lou Rawls Walk of Fame. It's all about NCCU. Like you guys said, we're going to be going all over the globe. We got people in South Africa. We got people in Trinidad. We got people in LA, New York. I mean, we're going live to see people in their homes, to see what they're eating. They're going to have paraphernalia on. You're going to see their families. We're going to have fun. And a lot of different surprises and people that you haven't seen in a long time, you're going to see on Friday. So thank y'all for jumping in tonight. Anything else that you guys want to share as our leadership team?
I'm ready for this. Well, looking forward to it.
Well, while you guys are on, let's bring in Keenan. This is Keenan James. What's up, Keenan?
Yay! Hey, Keenan.
What's going on?
Can't hear you, Keenan. Are you muted? All right. So Keenan is I call him the quarantine bartender, because if you follow him on Facebook, he's always right here on his bar, his house, making libations and drinks. So thank God for him. 40 under 40 honoree, and we'll talk about him a little bit more. What you got there? What's
That looks like Woodford.
Woodford.
Is that Woodford?
We still can't hear Keenan. We still can't hear you, Keenan. All right. We can't hear Keenan. Keenan, get that together. Maybe reboot all of that, and we'll get you back in a minute. All right. We're excited about Keenan because he is going to be supporting us with some official libations for Fish Friday. So he's got 3 cocktails that people can try during Fish Friday, the broadcast. I hope that you guys will try these. He's amazing. He does really well with that. So we'll get back with him soon. All right, guys, we're going to start. Well, since you guys are here, let's talk about something. We are 6 days from voting. 6 days from voting in our Eagles Vote 2020. Folks, without going partisan, anything you want to say to the people about voting if they haven't already voted?
Please exercise your right to vote. It is definitely a form of truth and service, which is the motto of NCCU. So please do it if you haven't already done so.
Indeed. Bass?
I would just sit there and say, just to piggyback on what Kenzie said, let's be supportive of what we want to do. It's not about who you're voting for. Just make sure your vote counts. And, you can vote for anybody, but just vote. And I think that's the most important part. I do want to say something, Keon, just on top subject. Me and Kenzie was talking about earlier. There was a big shooting in Philadelphia a couple of days ago where a young man had a knife. He didn't want to give up his knife and was shot to death. So it's important that we vote. These things, all this matters at the end of the day. Big shout out to Philadelphia. I know it's a tough city to live in. I lived in it for a couple of years. Let's stay strong. NCCU proud. I just want everybody to just sit out there and vote. Let's keep the Black proud. Let's vote movement. That part.
All right. Yes. Keep it moving. Let's go. Get to the polls. People are in the chats going crazy. Let's see if we can get Keenan back in. See if we can get his sound right. Keenan, you there? Come on, Mr. President. We can't hear you, King. Come on, Keenan. Is this me? Do I have him muted? I don't have you muted. Unmute, mute. You there? We can't hear you, Keenan. You might have to reboot. Shut it down and bring it back up.
That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do.
Oh, there we go.
You got me there?
I heard him. Yeah, we good now.
It's a little delayed. That's how they do.
I had to run down to Cricket and give me a couple more minutes to put on my phone. Now I got some audio. Now I'm good now, yo. I'm saying.
Talk to us about libations. What we have tonight?
Come on, man. We're gonna try. Let me get this camera angle back. There we go. We're gonna try to get it. We'll get it set. But look, we're gonna do this. We're gonna have fun with a couple things. Dear old NCC. That's what we all gonna talk about. We're gonna try to break it down with a couple things. We're gonna hit at the Grand O. That's gonna be a little sophistication on your brunch, your morning after, trying to get up on that Saturday, hopefully making it to the parade. So we're gonna make sure you got something to kickstart for the day. We're gonna talk about that good old tailgate cocktail. What can you mix together when you got a little bit of this special 20 grand and that Bojangles cup that you keep telling everybody? We're gonna hook you up, and then we're gonna finish this thing off with a little sophistication. We're gonna take our good old Uncle Nearest. If you haven't heard about it, you got to get yourself some Uncle Nearest, and we're gonna talk about how we can make a sophisticated end to the holiday. Well, not the holiday, the homecoming weekend. So we're gonna do it up nice.
It is a holiday, yes, sir. Thank you for that. We'll check in with Keenan a little bit later.
All right.
We're gonna bring in the rest of our team. Thank you, Keenan. We'll check in with you in a couple minutes. Stand by. All right, folks. Thank you, Kenza and Bass. We're going to bring in our guests. Thank you guys for jumping in. Let's jump into our first guest, Reggie. Let's bring in Reggie from class of 08. Hold on, Reggie. We're bringing you in. Thank you, guys. We got you. There you go. Let's see. Here we go. Nope, hold on. Reggie. All right, Reggie. What's up, Reggie? How are you?
Hey, what's going on? Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear.
Perfect.
Loud and clear, man. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. We're so proud of you. Class of 2008. You're a filmmaker, a writer, I'd say, an actor. Tell us about your new project that's coming out, A for Alpha, right?
Yes, A for Alpha. So basically, Yeah, I'm a writer, producer, actor. Project's coming out in 2021. And basically, A for Alpha is a film about breaking gender norms and bridging the stereotype gaps in this country and in society. The project really explores the gender norms in today's society. It just really asks the hard questions. The questions like, why is it taboo for women to do this, or why is it taboo for men to do this? And the project really explores these different various narratives, in its own way. And what the project doesn't do, it doesn't offer the answer to any of these questions. So if you're looking, if you come watch this film and you think that you're going to get all the answers to society's problems, this is the wrong film for you. What this film does well is that it actually poses all the tough questions. Why is it so taboo for men to stay at home and cook and clean and do the quote unquote traditional domestic work? And when a woman's the one bringing in the money and being the breadwinner, why is that so foreign in this society? Like, you still have very alpha centered males who are like, they'll never be with a woman who makes more money than them. But the reality is that within the last 10 years, women are becoming almost as successful as men are. There are more women CEOs today. There are more women C-level executives, more women partners at law firms. If you look at statistics, 20, 30 years ago, those numbers were almost non-existent. And today, a study that we did before we went into production in 2018, the number was like 8.6%, which is a huge jump from what it was versus in 1998. So, just things like that factor into why I felt it was important to want to tell this story in today's society.
Incredible. And as I was looking at the trailer, just what you described, I mean, the female character is speaking kind of seemingly to her man, I guess, telling him how she wants her whites to be clean, right? But then the guys, then listening to his the fellas saying, women need to cook and clean, et cetera, and your character is looking like, but that's what I do, man.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, for sure.
I think it's incredible work. Thank you for tackling this issue. I definitely want to bring a couple of our guests in to talk about it in a minute. But while we're with you, how can people see this film, and what is the plan for the future?
Well, it's crazy now in the film industry, as I'm sure everyone knows out there. Lots of films that were supposed to come out in the theater are being postponed, or they're going to video on demand. Or they're streaming. It's been nuts. So the plan originally is to release the film in January 2021. That is the plan, if COVID doesn't have anything to say about it. We're looking to world premiere at Sundance Film Festival, and that is the goal. But as of right now, being that we're in October, we all know how quickly, due to COVID, these things could change. So as of right now, I'm just saying we're looking to world premiere at Sundance Film Festival in 2021. That is its existence, and everything else. If things change, of course, it's beyond my control.
Speaking into existence, indeed. Come on, the Eagles going to Sundance. We out. Congratulations in advance for that. Before we go to our next guest, how did NCCU find you?
NCCU, Jesus Christ. So I went to NCCU to run track, actually. So I'm a graduate of 2008. I got to campus in 2004. So I was recruited to run track at NCCU. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York. So, it was foreign for me, to go. I'm not from the South. I'm not from North Carolina. So my family does not have a long history of being an Eagle. So I'm kind of first generation. But honestly, looking back at it, it was the best decision I've ever made. I had other offers to go to other places like Rutgers University in Maryland. But for something NCCU, I went on the recruiting trip in spring 2004. I believe it was like May 2004. And some of the upperclassmen who were already on the track team at the time, they kind of gave me a tour. I went to practice with them. You know, it was a weekend. It was a Friday to Saturday trip. And by the time we left, I was pretty much sold on Comedy Central.
That's all it takes. That's all it takes. We're so glad. We're so glad that it worked out and that we got you as an Eagle. Congratulations in advance for going to Sundance. And your last name is Lochard?
It's Lochard. It's
Lochard. Reggie Lochard from class of 2008. Stand by, please. We want to bring you back in with all of our guests at the end. So please stand by. We're so grateful for you. Thank you for joining us, Reggie.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, brother.
Thank you for having me.
All right, that's Reggie Lochard from class of 08. You guys got to check out his film, aforalphafilm.com. Check out the trailer and check out more of that. It's an incredible project tackling some really, really important topics. We're going to go back to Keenan James in the lab right now, working it out. Keenan, you there?
I'm there. You got me?
I got you. Now,
all right.
While you're talking, right, we first want to say, how did NCCU find you?
NCCU found me. No, I found it. You know, it was one of those things, but believe it or not, I transferred to NCCU. I spent my freshman year at another college, and it just wasn't the right fit. And I came to an open house, and it was during that open house that I realized that this was the place that I needed to be. So everything that I thought matched everything that I wanted coming out of high school, that first year experience wasn't it. So when I found NCCU, I knew I was at the right place, and I have wedded and I'm so grateful for that decision.
All right, so let's get into a drink. So what we're doing is Keenan has been so kind to create some libations for Fish Friday. So he's going to show us a couple that we can do right in our own homes for Fish Friday. What's first?
Absolutely. So we're going to start out simply with one of the things I like, as I talked about earlier. You know, brunch is an important part of homecoming weekend. You got to go to brunch. You got to eat. You got to get it right because you got a long day, long nights. You got day parties. Trying to make that happen. So one of the things I like to do is put a twist on a couple things. So I grab, starting out here with Grand Marnier orange liqueur. That's what we're going to start it out with, right? Then you hit that with a little bit of orange juice. So you got about 1.5 ounces of Grand Marnier. Hit yourself with about 3 ounces or so of orange juice, some lemon juice, simple syrup. Top that thing off with a little bit of lemon lime soda. And always, you know, you can do what you want to accent that. And so that's what you come out with is the Grand O. It's an awesome drink. Perfect replacement for that mimosa when you want to step up your game a little bit with that Grand Marnier.
Come through with the Grand O. Now, thank you.
I got it right.
Now, let's go.
Right.
Let me see. You just came off a very successful presidency in DC with the NCCU alumni chapter.
Yeah.
Why is it so important to be an active alum in our association?
I think it's one of those things where you want to give back. I mean, it's the greatest gift to go back to the yard and see how things have changed. When I take my young daughters there, I can look and talk about what used to be, and that's a great thing. I like going back to the yard and saying where things used to be because I'm seeing new things in place. And I think it's important to be connected, to see NCCU grow and to do those things that make it into that institution you want to be proudful about. You want to wear that shirt out and be proud and have people recognize that. And so to me, being an active part of the Alumni Association helps do that.
Now you're a 2003 grad, 40 under 40 honoree, and you're currently working on national policing and criminal justice reform with the National Organization of Black Law Enforcement Executives. That's noble. Tell us about your work and how NCC prepared you for that work.
So it's been a very busy quarantine for me, definitely, working with Noble and Black chiefs and sheriffs all across the country as we literally are working to make the changes, not that we're talking about, but that we want to be about. So that's what I've been doing. That's been my passion since I was there in CCU. Definitely as homecoming comes around, it was a great opportunity for me to see those mentors and professors that really helped mold me. One of those being Wendell Andrews. If you're in the criminal justice department, you definitely knew Mr. Andrews. And Wendell Andrews was just the ultimate in helping prepare me, along with Dr. McMurray, gave me a great opportunity to really get into the research component of criminal justice. And that's what I've been able to do, work on policy, procedures, and really get into really making an impact on criminal justice reform.
Excellent work, Keenan. Let's go into our next drink. You got another drink ready?
Awesome, man. I already got it grabbed up. I got this one right here. This little drink here, it seems simple, it seems small, but this is your perfect tailgate option right here. perfect tailgate option. Why? Because all you're gonna need is a little bit of sweet tea in that cup that you was walking around with. They telling everybody you was sweet tea, and you want to grab this 20 grand gold. It is vodka, but it's infused with cognac. All right, so it's looking like it's white, but it's got a little mix of that dark in there. Oh, it's gonna be a great kind of homecoming weekend. Top that off with some lemon juice. Put it in your favorite cup. I got a small little mason jar here. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. Just a little bit of sweet tea. That's all. I'm walking around the yard having a little sweet tea at homecoming.
All right, that was the what was that called? That was the entrepreneur you called.
That's the entrepreneur. That's the entrepreneur.
All right. Well, we're gonna save the rest for after we talk to a very special guest. Hang tight, please, sir, and we're gonna bring you back in a moment. All right.
All right.
Thank you, Keenan. Thank you, Keenan, for that. We're excited about that. I hope you're enjoying this. You guys are lit on the chat. Thank you guys for watching. We're excited about homecoming. Happy homecoming. This is how we do it in 2020, straight out of quarantine. Thank you for being here. Let's go right into our next guest. I'm really, really excited about our next guest. I haven't spoken to this beautiful lady in so long. Former Miss NCCU, Dr. Terri Rowland. Let's bring her in. Hold on one second, Dr. Rowland. Let me get you in here. All right. There we go.
Hello. Hello.
How are you?
I am fine. Look, we're hanging in there during this quarantine. How are you?
I'm doing very, very well. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's an honor to have you and to just, see you. Congratulations on all your success.
Oh, no, thank you. And congratulations to all your success. We are just so proud of you, and how you represent NCCU and how you get to still bring people together and carry on our legacy. And thank you. Thank you.
It's a pleasure. I remember when I got there in 2000, the fall of 2000, you were there and following the legacy of your mom and just being a great mentor and being a great representative of NCCU, template for people like me to come and hopefully grab the torch and keep running. Can you talk about what you're doing now?
Well, fast forward because let's see, next year will be 30 years since I've graduated from college. I tell you, time has just gone on. Currently, I am the chair of the Psychology and Education Department, the chairperson for that department at Columbus State Community College in Columbus, Ohio. And it's so interesting because I worked at NCCU, our beloved North Carolina Central University, for several years. But since then, I've worked at the University of Louisville, as well as Southern New Hampshire University, and now I am in Columbus, Ohio. So very excited to be in Ohio, working through the quarantine. We're hanging in there, but I'm just very grateful and very thankful.
And your department, that your department chair is psychology and education. How is that working?
Yes, we are an interdisciplinary department, and it's so interesting because we have like over 55 faculty. The community college is the largest community college in Ohio, so we have over 21,000 students. And so we just bring it all together. We bring together our different disciplines, work together, and we make it happen. And we really want to make sure that our students can have the best pathway and equitable and fair chance to succeed. So that's our bottom line.
Excellent work. Dr. Rowland, you were Miss NCCU. Let's go back because, homecoming week is typically when the coronation of the Queen happens. Can you take us back to that week and tell us what you were thinking and how you feel about it now?
Oh my gosh. Well, let me tell you this. And Keon, I tell you, I grew up in Durham. I'm a Durhamite, a proud Durhamite. And so I've been going to NCCU homecoming since I was 12 years old. Wow. And so Mom, our beloved Nancy Rice Rowland, who served as the director of admissions for nearly 20 years, I was just blessed to be able to go to these events. And Luann Edmonds Harris, we'd follow her and she'd bring us with her everywhere too. And it was just amazing. Just the spirit of an HBCU, being a part of an HBCU, the camaraderie and bringing people back, meeting people that graduated 10 years, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, even longer than that, would come back. And there is nothing like an HBCU homecoming. So that week, it was just an amazing week. I was just, again, it was such a blessing to be Miss North Carolina Central University. It was just the time of the year that we knew everybody came back. The coronation was amazing. And, it wasn't just me, it was a lot of different kings and queens from different organizations. And we all participated and represented and had fun. And of course, the homecoming game was amazing. Our football team was great. And our band, of course, the sound machine was awesome. And just a sea of people everywhere, a lot of love and a lot of togetherness. So there is nothing like an HBCU.
Absolutely. I know you've seen the pictures of the new campus or the enhancements to the campus. What are your thoughts on the university? You said over 30 years.
Yes.
It's changed quite a bit in that time frame. What are you thinking?
Okay, I am excited about these upgrades. I think that they are long overdue. I think that we've had upgrades over the years. I mean, we have a law school, we have our biomedical sciences, we have our political science department and athletics and all of these different divisions. And I think that we are just due to make certain that as one of the five HBCUs that are part of the UNC system, we should have capital improvements as well. I want the students to have the best learning environment and the best social environment as well. So it makes me feel great to see the buildings come up. It was a little tough seeing McDougal House, the admissions office where Mom, was for many years. It was kind of tough seeing that come down, but I knew that we had to bring that down to build up new places and new residences and so forth. So I'm elated. I want our students to hang in there because it's, it is COVID, and of course during the this environment it could be a little tough. So I don't know if we're at full capacity on campus. But I'm so grateful to see our building and facilities divisions succeed and soar and do all the things that they're doing.
Now you're getting so much love on here. I'm gonna just give you one of them. You're just getting so much love on here.
Oh my gosh!
I'm gonna put up on the screen. Let's see. This is Sabrina Dempson. So proud of Dr. Terri Rowland, Alpha Lambda, Spring '89.
And look, that Attorney Dempson is the first female clerk of court for Washington, D.C. And she is my line sister, and I love her so much. And thank you, Sabrina. Thank you, Z.
Oh, you're talking about line sisters. We also have Charlotta Fowler, looking great, line sister Terri. Proud of you.
Look, and Charlotta, I call Charlotta Shasha, my beloved Shasha, representing Fayetteville very well, where there are so many Eagles in the house from Gotham City. So thank you, Shasha.
There are so many on here, so many. Thank you guys all for showing Dr. Rowland so much love. So last thing before we bring everybody in, and you're going to make sure you get your drink from Keenan, our quarantine bartender, in preparation for Fish Friday. How important is it to vote?
Okay. Let me tell you, it is so very important for us to vote. I lived in Louisville, Kentucky for the past 5 years, and went to New Hampshire, and now I'm in Ohio. Louisville is going through a lot of different things right now, and when you live in an environment and you become a part of a culture, you learn more about that culture. You learn more about the rights of people, and the non-marginalization of people. In Durham, North Carolina, we had a rich history with the Durham Committee on the Affairs of Black People and all different types of organizations that encouraged us to vote. My father worked the voting polls, over 20 years, and he was always so excited to serve with the voting polls. So your voice is important. Your life is important. There are people from different racial, ethnic, and cultural backgrounds that deserve the right to vote. And so please, please, please get out there and vote and let your voice be heard. Very important.
Dr. Terri Rowland, thank you, class of 91, and Alpha Lambda 89, we see. Thank you for being on. Let me just bring in the rest of our guests so that we can continue. We've got Reggie Lochard from 2008, and we've got Keenan James from class of 2003. Before we get back into our libations, I want to give you a couple. Come on, Alpha Lambda in the house. Check out this top story. This top story. Alum named Provost of West Virginia University. Dr. Sharon Warren Cook is now the Vice Chancellor of Academic Affairs and Provost of West Virginia University. She's also Alpha Lambda, it looks like, as well. All right. And how about this? Eagles in the news. There's a sculpture in Raleigh to honor our NCCU men's basketball coach, and you can actually be a part of it. They're actually wanting you to submit designs for this particular event. Hold on, let me pull this off. All right, so they want people to create an artistic likeness, a representation of Coach Moulton, to be placed in a park where he grew up and learned how to play basketball in Raleigh. The name of the park is after Moulton, and 3 semifinalists will be selected to create this thing. They'll get $250 as a stipend, and you got to put it in by November 18th. So if you want to do that, you need to visit RaleighNC.gov. Come on, NCCU Art Department. Let's get something good for the coach. All right, you can get a stipend. Students, you need a stipend, right? Let's see. Last thing I want to show you guys is this. Now, I know Terri Rowland is the ultimate Eagle. If you guys really want to really get your decor right, check out some NCCU themed furniture.
Oh my goodness.
What do you think about that? That's straight out of Architectural Digest.
That's nice.
No?
Love that.
All right. So I'm not there yet, but I think that could be a great addition to homecoming. All right. Those are a couple of the trending topics and Eagles in the news. Let's get back over to Keenan James with our last libation, please, sir.
Not a problem. So, we're trying to finish up homecoming. The Eagle is a very sophisticated alumni, so we want to make sure we take that sophistication to the next level. Definitely want to pay homage. If you haven't grabbed Uncle Nearest 1856, 1820, you might want to grab this one. Nearest Green, the architect of real Kentucky whiskey. Jack Daniels wouldn't exist if it wasn't for a black man by the name of Nearest Green. So go ahead and check out a bottle of Uncle Nearest. You want to grab that. Sir Saint Germain, if you haven't had this elderflower liqueur, you want to combine those two things. Little pineapple juice, top it off with a nice foamy finish that you'll get from an egg white. That'll give you a great cool. We can finish that thing off. So you got a nice foamy finish on top. And because we're sophisticated, a nice edible flower just to commemorate homecoming. Cheers to you.
Come on, Keenan James. Cheers. I'm drinking water, a gallon a day.
Mostly water.
I got a little sorrow. All right. Well, thank you guys. We're going to end it there. I'm so grateful for all you guys being here. Dr. Terri Rowland from 91, Keenan James from 03, and Reggie Lochard from 08. Thank y'all for being a part of this. Remember, folks, if you are not a part of our alumni association, please visit nccualumni.org and make a recurring gift to the university by visiting eaglesgive.com. And remember that an eagle is no common, ordinary barnyard fowl. And happy homecoming to you. No matter where you are, homecoming is inside of you because that's how they made us. Thank you to all of our leadership at NCCU for all that you're doing. We got your back. Thank you all, alumni. Have a great night.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a great night. Happy homecoming, everybody.
Happy homecoming.
Happy homecoming.
Woo.
Guys, thank you so much. We're about to end it. Thank you guys that you're still watching. I want to say one more thing. Fish Friday is on Friday at 6 o'clock. Tune in. Lots of surprises. I forgot to tell everybody. Make sure you're there. Big surprises. People that you've not seen in many, many years are going to be there. Grab the friends. Grab the kids. Grab some fish. And grab some of these libations from Keenan. And we'll see you guys on Friday. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys.